Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. Say welcome to my owl friend. How's everybody doing? Let's see who's here today. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Maybe let us know where you're joining from. If this is your first time with me, my name is Jackie. I am an astrologer. Today we're here to talk about Mercury, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards. I'm wearing pink. Isn't that crazy? Melinda, hello. Samantha, hello, first time here. Good morning. Nicole, hi, Sophia. Carrie says, hello, Jackie and friends. Good morning. Good morning, Deborah. Happy Monday, Christine. Hi, Jessica. Lisa, hi, everyone. Welcome to Samantha. You're in for a real treat, Samantha. We're kind of nuts here. Hi, Suzanne. Greetings, Jackie. Oh, Jessica welcomes the owl. Debbie, good morning. Jackie and all from Arizona. Okay, I got some stuff to tell you guys about Arizona. Apparently, that's my first destination. It keeps coming up. Arizona is my first stop, I guess. Yeah. Christine, I was just ready to say, I like your pink. So this was from Aunt Jeannie's closet. And this, my first decoration, was from Aunt Jeannie's house. And this owl is Aunt Jeannie. She's here today, okay? All right, Aunt Jeannie's here today. Pretty in pink, Melinda. Hello, Elena. Can't remember if I said that. Carrie says, it's chilly here in southern Maine. I'm wearing a sweater already. Yeah, I wore my jacket to take my dog for a walk this morning. Christine, Sedona. Yeah, duh. It's like spiritual capital of the world. How can you be spiritual and never have been to Sedona? Samantha's excited. It was my birthday yesterday, so trying to start my 30-second lap around the sun with some inspiration. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, feel free to get addicted here. I record all these sessions and I put them on my YouTube channel. So if you like this and you want to hear what else we've been talking about, just search my name on YouTube. Sunshine Bonnie. Veronica, good morning. Also first time here. Sweet. Sweet. I love the newcomers. I have a lot to talk about today. Jessica says, yes, Carrie, I'm in Massachusetts. It's cold. Good morning, Marina from Philadelphia. Hi, Mimi. Sophia felt like the hat guy from Alice in Wonderland. We're all crazy here, and we love it. The Mad Hatter. Yeah, I am mad. I am crazy, and I'm okay with it, because it makes life fun and magical, right? Jessica just washed all the winter coats to hang them up. Tam, only 53 here? Yeah. That's cold for me. Hello, Becca. Lisa, if I ever wear a color other than black, people ask me if I'm okay. So, are you okay, Jackie? Yeah, I'm trying this thing where I wear colors now, and I think I like it. Jennifer loves Sedona. Christine says one of my favorite places ever. If you guys saw, that was Piston who just walked in. Piston's my big boy. Kiana, hello, soulmates. I'm happy to be here, even though I had to put my dog down yesterday. Kiana, I'm so sorry. Hopefully we can pick you up a little bit, and who knows, maybe your dog will send you some messages through today's cards and all. Good morning, Christy, AJ. Hi, Becky. All right, so I think I unleashed a beast on Friday. I'm going to talk for a little bit, and then we'll get into the astrology, because I got a lot going on, and I want to fill you guys in. So I think I unleashed a beast on Friday. I got really excited about the RV that I want. So I posted a picture of myself in the driver's seat on all my socials, asking for energetic support, right? If I can get everyone to view me as the driver of an RV, that's how we would manifest it together, right? So if you guys don't know, if you haven't seen it, I got it printed out right here in front of my computer. Like this is my unit. So I posted that picture all over my socials. It is huge. It is huge. I'm a big girl energetically. So I got real excited, and I was riding my wave of excitement, and I received so many supportive comments. I set up a donation page also. Anyway, so then on Saturday, I went to a spiritual festival with the intention to offer astrology readings while my friend sold her art. We've done this together multiple times. It works really well. But at the 2 festivals that I've worked this year, both of them have left me without a means to read charts. At the June festival, my computer wouldn't turn on. On Saturday, between me and my friend, we had 3 laptops, and none of them were charged or could be charged. So I just took the hint, and I enjoyed the day. And you know what was interesting is that on Saturday, I was still riding that high of like, all right, this is my RV, I'm gonna make it happen. So my intention was to learn about life on the road, and I got into so many conversations about life on the road. So I say that posting that picture on Friday unleashed a beast because I feel like I received all sorts of energy back from posting that photo. The comments that I received were all positive because I have lovely supporters and followers, but I wondered if I stirred up some other emotions. You know, I'm here to trigger. I get that. I'm here to share something and have people go, whoa, could I do that? Is that possible? Should she be afraid of this? On Saturday, 2 of the 3 main conversations I got into about life on the road were more based on the energy of like, are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want? And for anyone who knows me and how I make my decisions, that's my least favorite question because I'm super stubborn. So, are you sure? Yeah, of course I'm sure. That's why I'm pursuing this. I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't sure that this is what I want. So needless to say, I've been a bit in my head over the last few days about all this. However, I know I'm going to be on the road as soon as possible, and I know that I'm going to need support to do so. So if you would like to support my dream of living on the road, I've made a specific donation link to help me get on the road. I am, always have been, always will be a type of person who acts now and thinks later. It works for me because I'm a little bit of a masochist for life lessons in that way. I digress. Jessica, did you get to dive into the few pages I sent you in your DMs? I think those are pretty positive. Not yet. I do appreciate you sending all of that. I appreciate the YouTube channel and the IG people. Samantha, I never thought about the other energies you can stir up with manifesting. It was very interesting. And like this got me thinking about everyone who posts on social media, right? Like I kind of stopped posting on social media except for my business, for my work. I don't post anything personal on social media, but I was thinking about that. If you put a picture out there with the intention of like, oh, I want everyone to see my family, sure, if you have good friends and polite people, you're going to get positive comments back, but you never know what you're stirring up by throwing that out there, right? You could throw out a picture of you and your mom, and then that stirs up really upset feelings from people who have mama drama or people who have lost their moms, you know, and then that energy is coming back at you. It might not be a physical representation by a comment, but you're still stirring up energy. So that was interesting. That was interesting. I've also decided to move forward with these spiritual toolboxes. I floated this idea to you guys maybe about a month ago, and they're in progress. So I posted a video on my YouTube about this, and I've also sent out a couple of emails already about this, but I have put together 10 boxes of my personal, tried and true spiritual tools, my books, my crystals, other random metaphysical things, and I'm offering them to y'all as sort of like a grab bag surprise box. These things are loaded. I didn't realize how many crystals I had until I started making these boxes. 10 boxes, each of them has at least 15 different crystals in them of all different kinds. More information can be found in my link tree. And if this is really piquing your interest, sign up for my email list, because that's the only place I'm going to share the links to purchase. I'm trying to do this as easy as possible. So Wednesday and Thursday, September 11th and 12th, starts the sale. Those days you get to select which surprise box you receive based on a sneak peek of 2 items in each box. That is the email that went out half hour ago. I gave you a sneak peek 2 items in each of the boxes. And also, those who purchase a box on Wednesday or Thursday this week will receive a personalized 3-card oracle reading from me. I don't do that anymore, guys. I only work with my coaching clients. Then on Friday, the price drops. The ability to select your box goes away, and you'll receive a 1-card oracle reading from me. And these readings are pre-recorded. I'm going to email them to you. So that offer, we got Wednesday, Thursday. You get to pick your box. You get a 3-card spread. Friday for the week after that will be, you can't choose your box and you get a 1-card reading. And then on Friday the 20th, the boxes will drop in price again if there's any left. No oracle reading at that point. So all the details can be found in my link tree, which is in my Insight Timer profile. That has the YouTube video that I posted last week. And also be sure to join my email list for that. Melissa says that's amazing. Kayla, oh, I just got number 7 and had an image of getting to open it on Christmas morning. Interesting. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so we're here to talk about Mercury re-entering Virgo. And you know, I've always noticed that people who tend to not shut up, people who tend to just talk and talk and talk, their Mercuries are in mutable signs. Specifically Virgo, to be honest. But if you have any friends in your life who just like, they're the kind of people that you can put the phone down and go do a chore and then you come back and they're still talking, their Mercuries are probably either Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces. Mutable Mercuries don't shut up. Like I just have done for the last 15 minutes. So Mercury is already back in Virgo. Melissa, well, that explains a lot of my life. Mercury is already back in Virgo. He got there this morning, and Mercury will be in Virgo until September 26th. Mercury was already in Virgo this year. He was in Virgo from July 26th through August 16th. He made his way to 4 degrees of Virgo, then stationed retrograde. So these next few days, while Mercury is stepping back into Virgo, allows us to clear his shadow as well. Mercury will complete his shadow this Wednesday, September 11th, when he passes 4 degrees of Virgo, where his retrograde began. Excuse me. So much like I am right now beginning to reevaluate some of my RV details, you may find yourself rethinking these heart-led desires that you've been following this summer. Don't fret. More clarity will be available after Mercury clears his shadow, after Wednesday this week. However, Mercury in Virgo loves the details. Mercury impacts how we use our thoughts, how we use our communication. Virgo is the most detail-oriented sign in the zodiac. So from today, September 9th, until the 26th, this would be a wonderful time to double-check your details, to run that fine-toothed comb through your contracts, to reread the negotiations, because there might be a tiny detail that was overlooked while you made these plans, maybe while Mercury was in Leo, right? Following your heart, which is all good. But now Mercury's in Virgo to just double check, are all the I's dotted? Are all the T's crossed? As Mercury enters Virgo, what's the thing we should buy again from you? If anyone wants to, it's my tried and true spiritual tools. As Mercury enters Virgo, for an instant, there's a yod. There's a yod with Mercury and Mars pointing to Pluto. A yod, Y-O-D, Y-O-D. A yod in astrology is also known as a finger of God, a finger of fate. In this case, the finger is pointing to Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. The finger of God, the yod, it involves two planets, Mercury and Mars in this case, who support each other to impose some icky energy onto the apex. Here is Pluto. Stay with me. Our mind, Mercury, and our drive, Mars, our thoughts and our motivation battery are teaming up on Pluto. This feels like it's time to dig deeper, Pluto, into the things that have bound you, Capricorn. Dig deeper into the chains that you have been under. And as I was making my notes, I saw the image of someone being chained on the floor, and they keep trying to stand up to get out. But here comes Pluto, hands them a shovel, and it's like there's a different way out of your chains. But going down is scary, right? Digging down underground is terrifying because you don't know what's down there. It's dark. But I feel like Pluto has already dug you an underground tunnel. Pluto's like Harriet Tubman over here. And your job is to just break through the first layer. Wow. I know I'm speaking very metaphorically here, and I hope you're following. But this yod, as Mercury enters Virgo, I feel like this finger of God will carry with Mercury through his entire time in Virgo until September 26th. So I invite you to keep that in the back of your mind. Where am I feeling restricted? How have I been trying to break through? What would happen if I went in the opposite direction? So, perhaps, instead of pushing through the fear, instead of bullheading your way through, what if you pulled back inwards and sat with your fear? Or vice versa. What if you are more likely to sit with your feelings of not being good enough, of not being strong enough, not being brave enough? What if you broke through your fear of action by taking one step forward? So just sit with what your norm is, and then whichever way you go that's opposite, I feel like Pluto has already prepared a path for you to break through these chains. Pluto these days is so monumental. Pluto is finishing up his final stint in Capricorn, which is wrapping up themes that began in 08-09. So Pluto's wrapping up his final stint in Capricorn for our lifetimes. He's not going to be here again for over 200 years. This is a karmic closing time. We're wrapping up energies that we've been holding maybe since birth, right? Since the last time Pluto was in Capricorn 250 years ago. So as you allow Mercury in Virgo to sift through the details of your plan, ask yourself which direction you have been moving due to the chains that hold you, and see if you can go the other way. It was very interesting. I am bullheaded. I am headstrong. If I have chains, I'm just going to push against them until they're out of my way. And this weekend I did kind of sit with my feelings a lot, and it was powerful. So Lisa said she just had a huge light bulb moment. You're very welcome. Sophia, I wanted to read what you said earlier. Sophia says, "Oh, I've been there, had family members saying me sharing about my yoga journey was a form of violence. I didn't realize how deep it had impacted me until a few months ago when I noticed how long I had not shared anything about it. I'm slowly starting to share again, checking that I'm always coming from a place of integrity and authenticity. That way, however, it lands on people. It's just the way it's meant to land. That's very interesting. I've been working with other people's opinions a lot. How much validity do they hold versus how much validity does my life experience hold versus my opinions versus their life experience and their opinions. Very interesting. Hello, Anique. Driving this morning. Needed to hear this. Kim, so if we've been trying to solve a problem, change the direction? Yes, and I'm speaking very wide, very metaphorically. So here's, I guess, my personal life, right? So I've been... And we also talked about this with Mars and Cancer. What are you running away from? And what are you running towards? Just kind of look at the whole picture because it's always both. So I have this dream of being in an RV. I am running away from the restriction of life and I'm running towards freedom. So when hardships come up, my go-to is just to push through as hard as I can, right? I have this date now of, I hate talking about this out loud. This is really fun. I hate it. This is fun. Masochist for life lessons. I have this date of October 1st now in my mind because there is a conversation about a rent payment that might have to be had on October 1st. So my gut is like, cool, well, I'll just buy an RV before October 1st. You know, like, oh, I don't want to have a conversation about money, so I'm just going to go drop a bunch of money on this RV instead. So that's my norm, right? So instead of acting, trying to fix, trying to push, trying to go, just making it happen, I think Pluto wanted me to just sit with, what are you running away from? How does that feel? What is driving you to feel like you can't be there anymore? Saturday brought up a lot. Having people question my intentions really stirred up a lot of... They weren't questioning my intentions. That's how it felt. These people were looking out for my best interest, and I felt like they were doubting me. So that was a whole, why do I doubt myself? So that's what I'm talking about. Change the direction of the way that you're using your energy to move through your situations, right? Other times I have gone into freeze, right? Oh my God, I can't do anything, so I'm just going to freeze. I'm just going to stay here and think about it and think through all the possibilities, right? I'm going to intuit what all of the possible outcomes are so that when I get there, I'm gonna be prepared, right? If that is your norm, maybe Pluto right now wants you to just take one step in one direction. Either way that you choose to go, I really feel like there's just a crust that you gotta break through, and Pluto has already dug this whole tunnel for you. So that one step of breaking through your norm and going in the opposite direction is going to tumble you down where you want to go. So we're going to use two different oracle decks and we're going to ask two different questions. The first deck that we are going to use is the Sacred Medicine Oracle. We're going to ask how to best utilize Mercury in Virgo to analyze our plans. Mercury's in Virgo till September 26th. That's the timeline for these cards. How to best utilize Mercury in Virgo to analyze our plans. Because analyzation isn't bad, it's the over-analyzing that gets us in trouble. So feel free to send your energy into these cards. We always do group readings here, but they're always so good. Okay. As I shuffle, I like to tell you guys how I do my readings. So I invite you to tune into your intuitive side. I know we're asking about Mercury in Virgo, which is a very heady analytical placement, but I'm going to let 3 cards fall out of the deck for us, letting us know how to best utilize Mercury in Virgo to analyze our plans. And then I'll show you the backs of the cards. So you're going to see the same card back image 3 times. But I ask you to tap into your intuition. What is intuition? I don't know. Does something feel different when I hold up a certain card? Don't think too hard. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, cool. If something does feel different when I hold up a card, that could be your most important message for today. However, as I've said, this is a group reading. The whole reading is for everybody. So if you feel no change, if you feel completely bleh the whole way through, then the whole reading holds equal importance for you. Okay, thank you. Okay. That was my intuition turning on. It's all good. It's all good. Alrighty. How to best utilize Mercury in Virgo to analyze our plans. I'll show you the backs of the cards. You tell us in the chat which cards are resonating with you. Here is the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat which cards are doing anything. If it's all, great. If it's none, great. I'll show them one more time just in case. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Carrie's back. What up, girl? Nancy's working with 2 and 3. Jacqui 3. Samantha 1. Veronica 1. Jennifer 1 and 3. Marina 2. Carrie likes these cards. Vienna 1. Sophia, I feel they're all equally important today and they bring a special message. You know, that would be very Mercury in Virgo. Deborah 1 and 2. At exactly the moments you raised each, my daughter texted. Love that. Kat 1 and 3. Lisa 2. Nicole 3. Lori 2. Hi, Sunita 3. Anique 1 and 2. Becca 1 and 2. Mimi 2 and 3. Christy 2. Melinda 3. Nicole 2 is the strongest, but 1 and 3 resonated too. Christine, all, but more on 3. Carrie's going with 3. Okay. How to best utilize Mercury in Virgo to analyze our plans. Card number 1. Sorry, I was just doing some math. Card number 1 is card number 19. The message is Shaker, and it's truth. Got a bear, got a moon, got a feather, got a fire. Chantel says 1, stomach gurgled. 3, cat snuggled into me. A shaker is a medicine tool used to commune with the spirit world. The shaking vibration it offers accompanies our prayers, our songs, and our healing intentions. When used over the body with healing intention, it helps to activate stuck energies and begin clearing them from the energy field. A healer from your own lineage steps forward today and hands you this powerful medicine tool that carries bear energy, which invites forward all that's been hibernating within. It's a gift from the spirit world and is here to shake up your truth. Your voice is powerful, your truth profound, and you are ready to speak and share. What words have you swallowed lately? What emotions have you suppressed? Your throat is vibrating with the energy ready to be released. This shaker is here to assist you in bringing forward all that has been buried deep. As you allow this medicine to move through your throat, the energy center begins to heal. What relationships in your life need more truth spoken? What boundaries need to be set? Where can you use your sacred no? The Bear Shaker is a powerful tool for transformation. Pulling this card today asks for you to tune into your inner knowing of what is true for you. It validates your lived experiences, emotions, and inner knowing. It is safe for you to speak now. Your ancestors, guides, and healer spirits are all around holding space. There's an affirmation for this card, and the affirmation is, when I choose to speak my truth, I feel free. When I choose to speak my truth, I feel free. So, I mean, clear as day, how to best utilize Mercury in Virgo to analyze our plans. Communicate your truth. Say it out loud. Talk it out. Talk it through. That's like the main message of this card, but what I kept getting was somatic release, right? Have you guys heard of somatic healing? It's like literally shaking your body to stir up, shake out trapped emotions, right? Stagnant, stuck energy. It's got to be moved. So the voice, the throat is the portal to which you express it out into the world. But if you're having a hard time getting to that, shake your body, go dance, do things that make your body shake and move and whatever. Get it out. Like physically move your body with the intention of breaking up stagnant energy. And then when you have something to say it. The more fluid, the more freedom, the more movement, I think it'll make things make more sense. What do you think? Jennifer says, bear is my current spirit animal when I do any journeying. That's lovely. So glad Bear came to visit you today. Deborah says, I love this so much. And Carrie, thanks for putting that affirmation in the chat. When I choose to speak my truth, I feel free. Just doing a little bit of personal reflection, right? I'm like running to freedom right now. This RV dream is me running towards freedom, and I'm in a place where I am communicating more truth than ever before. So maybe that is bringing me towards more freedom. Cat, right on, with all the different bear emojis possible. How else can we best utilize Mercury in Virgo to analyze our plans? Card number 47. It's card number 2. Card number 47, Mosaic. The message is pieces. Every experience, every sacred encounter, every spoken word from the past has contributed to who you are today. This card is asking you to zoom in and reflect on each of the tiny parts that make up the intricate mosaic of your journey. You will notice that even the pain and the heartbreak were necessary for your growth, adding texture and complexity to the whole. Are there parts that need forgiveness? Are there aspects of your past that need tending to? Sometimes we skip over trauma and pain as we don't have the capacity to fully process it at the moment. The medicine of this card asks you to see the lessons learned and the wisdom gleaned from all parts that seemed hard. You are a mosaic of medicine comprised of your triumphs and your failures, your growth and your setbacks. It all matters. Right now, you are asked to gather each fragment and craft it into a new understanding. The diversity of your life experiences has created a beautiful pattern, unlike any other human on this planet. Release any shame of what you deem as incomplete or imperfect, for nothing is ever lost, and your mosaic will never be complete. The healing affirmation for this card: I retrieve all the pieces of the past that are calling for acceptance and love. I return to me. I'm waiting for a little bit more, because I'm feeling like what are you running towards, right? Are you running towards freedom? When in your past have you had to overcome adversity that brought you closer to freedom? That might be a situation that is asking to be revisited, that you're asking to go back and gather your wins from. Grief is coming up. A grief practice, a grieving practice, looking at all aspects of something lost, be it another person, be it a version of you. Looking at all aspects. What were all the wins? What were all the losses? How far have you come because of said experience? How to best utilize Mercury and Virgo to analyze our plans. This looks like looking for the wins in your past traumas. Flipping the script, not allowing yourself to dwell on, woe is me, my life has been so hard, look at all these hard things that have happened to me. Mercury and Virgo, it's time for you to say, wow, a bunch of nasty stuff has happened to me. Look how strong I am now. Look at how far I've come because, despite, right? Look how far I've come despite all of this. Lisa, great card. Sophia, I can't help but to see the alignment to the story I just shared today, and you guys so lovely received. I love it. Lisa, this card's got you crying. Kiana sounds about right. Bonnie, you don't say. I chose to. Lisa, Deborah with all the hearts. Karma says dwelling is my kryptonite. And Karma, I want to read the other comment you said. It just wasn't the right time. So you guys remember I used to talk a lot about there's a difference between processing and lamenting. That was like one of my taglines for a few months. It's coming up again. There's a difference between processing and lamenting. And I was just having this conversation yesterday because what I'm noticing is the more I speak my truth as of late, the more I speak my truth, I get it out, and then it changes, right? I express my emotions through my words. It's received very well. I think that has a lot to do with it. It's received very well. It's not deflected back at me. It's held with safety. My emotions are being held with safety. So I express it, and then I don't have the same type of negative feeling about it, right? I've noticed it multiple times. As soon as I talk about, hey, I'm feeling this way and I don't necessarily like it, oh, okay, and then we move on. What was I talking about? Dwelling, lamenting, and processing. So I see that as a form of processing. Hey, I'm going to speak this out. Okay, the energy has been moved. The energy has been shook around. So why are there people in my life who tell me the same sad story over and over? Why? Why do they lament? Why am I able to get it out and process, and why aren't they? What's the difference? I was trying to think about that. So karma, dwelling is my kryptonite. Are you ready to let go of the pain? Are you ready to learn the lesson the pain is trying to teach you? Because everything is here for you? Are you ready to look for the win that the pain has brought you? Or are you hoping for someone else to make it all better for you? I don't know. I'm just asking these rhetorical questions. But Karma also said, most people don't want the truth, so I have to decide when it's necessary. Discernment is hard. Most people don't want the truth. But if you continue to live your life based on what other people want, you are just going to continue to push yourself into misery. I'm learning that right now. That's not fun. Sophia, like, you can detach a bit from the emotion. Yeah, I express it through my voice and I talk about it, and it really is received in a way that's like, oh, interesting, you know, like it's different. I used to express emotions to people who would get very defensive about it and they'd try to hold their ground and no, you know, it's just different. I'm checking to see if that's truth or if that's just how I feel about the past. I don't know. But it's interesting. It's new for me that I'm able to speak it and then it changes. It's pretty cool. Carrie, to me, when you speak your truth, you get rid of the pain that you've been living with. 100%. Yeah, if you just let things fester and sit, they're going to become bigger. That's why journaling is so great, because you move the energy from twirling and swirling up in your mind, you put it out on paper, and then it's out. And then you don't have to like keep circling and cycling. It's there. Sophia, maybe we dwell because we haven't found the golden lesson in the experience. Right, it's still marinating. And also because we can find pleasure in dwelling. I feel it's important to acknowledge this as well so it doesn't sabotage us unconsciously. Dwelling can feel good, right? Right? Yeah, if you're in need of nurture and you share your pain story with other people, if you choose the right people, they're going to give you the, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Have you done that for yourself? Have you done that for yourself? It's okay. It's okay to feel sorry for yourself. Momentarily, right? Momentarily. Give it, receive it, own it, move on. I did want to talk about, I have 2 different shadow work things that I really like. I have one track on my Insight Timer profile, Releasing Guilt and Regret. That is a practice for if you are dwelling on a mistake that you've made in the past, if you have some regret on a decision that you've made, that's a good one for that. And then I also hosted a shadow work session live on Insight Timer 2 weeks ago. The full recording is on my YouTube channel. You could probably just search shadow work. I think that's what I called it, group shadow work. And that's a practice almost, I don't know, that one's a pretty wide practice. So there's really no like, whatever. That's another one. And I clipped it down and I trimmed it into a track for Insight Timer and I'm waiting on approval for that. So that one will be on Insight Timer soon. Karma says, I dwell when I can't express myself for justice. For example, I confronted a bully that was a bomb. That was a bomb from them. I'm glad I did it, but I'm dwelling to process their terrible reaction. Well, if they're bullying you, it's obviously coming from their own insecurities, right? But I get it. Yeah, you feel like you caused them some pain. Sophia, that calls from some dancing it out, Karma. Some good self-hugging and a pep talk. Carrie, the past no longer exists. That's how I deal with BS from the past. It's true. There's a lot of different ways to process. A lot of different stuff. And it's all about just trying new techniques. Try what works for you. Some techniques will work with some situations. Other techniques will work with others. How else can we best utilize Mercury in Virgo to analyze our plans? Card number 3 is card number 28. Wolf brings us protection. I mean, I see it. I told you guys I detached from my wolf, but like, come on, look at this thing. It looks just like me, right? The great guardian spirit steps forward, bares its teeth, and growls. The sound reverberates through your energy field and beyond. It is a time of discernment. Discernment. A time to assess the energy you are currently willing to let in. Are there relationships in your life that are not healthy for you? Are you struggling with boundaries, people-pleasing, or low vibrational thoughts and actions that you want to shift and change? Sometimes we need a thorough assessment of who and what we are letting into our sacred space. And Wolf is here as an ally and helper. Wolf is fierce, holding a determined and structured sacred space for you to step into as you shake off all that you have absorbed and allowed into your field. There is amplified protection in this space, and the star nations move down to greet you. This illuminates Wolf's energy and assists you in bringing forward the highest form of protection for you and for your loved ones. There is nothing to fear, for Wolf comes to clean up anything that has been tangled up. Your energy space is clear, refined, and impeccable with this animal's assistance. You are now safeguarded from attack or projection. Feel into the frequency this animal has now gifted to you, for there are now more precise bounds to where your energy comes and goes. The affirmation for the Wolf card: with Wolf at my side, protection is all around me. I am safe. How to best utilize Mercury in Virgo to analyze our plans. Analyze what you deserve to be protected from. Wow. Analyze what you deserve to be protected from. You can physically call in Wolf to help, right? You can utilize animal energy like that. You can utilize animal medicine like that. You can feel the wolf protection around you. You can also ask for protection, just in general, energetic protection, right? If your plan is to achieve XYZ feelings, but in order to achieve these feelings, you need to protect yourself from these other negative feelings. Ask for protection from these negative feelings. Kat says twins. Carrie says, oh my God, I had a dream about a wolf last night. Interesting. Christine, oh yes, this one speaks to me. Beautiful. Sophia, haha, love you. Kiana says, interesting. My astrology reading this morning said, you've been working on untangling complicated situations for over a year. Whether it's managing finances, breaking limits, or using your power wisely, remember to celebrate small wins. You're learning to collaborate better, even when it's tough. And that was from the Chani app, and Sophia got a similar one. Interesting. Jennifer, I love this and need in this. Maybe it's calling in protection to go the opposite direction, right? Remember we talked about this Yod, Mars and Mercury, finger of God pointing at Pluto. Pluto wants you to break through that thin layer because Pluto has already dug that hole for you. Maybe it's time to ask for protection, to trust the protection that's always been there as you journey in the opposite direction of what you normally would do. Sophia, have you checked it out? The Chani app? Yeah, I did a few years ago. I don't know, it didn't really resonate with me. Wolves are badass. Love them so much. Just had a interesting experience with wolf. Green or blue? Green or blue? For how to best utilize Pluto's depth in Capricorn. I'm going to let a few comments come in. How to best utilize Pluto's depth in Capricorn. That's going to be our second question. We're going to pull one more card from one more deck. I couldn't decide which one felt more Pluto in Capricorn to me today, so I have two decks. Green, blue, green, green, blue, blue. Green, green, blue, green, green, blue, green, green. Very split, feeling heavier. I don't like this. We're going to start with green and we're going to see where it goes. Christine, both. One from both. LOL, Christine. Both. Oh my gosh. We'll see. Boundaries. Is this a test of my boundaries today? How to best utilize Pluto's depth in Capricorn. We're going to start with angels and ancestors and we're going to see where it goes. Because because Pluto is forming a yod with Mercury and Mars as Mercury enters Virgo. So how to utilize Pluto's depth until September 26th. He wants us to go there. Oh, and here's the owl. I forgot about that. Look, owl. Owl. If you guys have been enjoying today's session, if you'd like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, they're always appreciated. Now more so because I'm literally trying to skedaddle and get into an RV ASAP. Like, that's the legit truth. Super excited to go live on the road because, yeah, I'm nuts and I'm willing to just document the whole thing for you guys. Like, my plan is to get a new phone so I have a really nice camera, get in an RV, go, show you guys all the cool stuff that's happening, show you guys all my wins, all my fails. Like, I'm just gonna be. So that'll be a lot of fun. Linktree is in my Insight Timer bio if you would like to support that way. All the links for those spiritual toolboxes that are going to be available starting Wednesday, it's all in the Linktree. Make it easy. Thank you. How to best utilize Pluto's depth in Capricorn. Angels and ancestors gave us the Protection Guardian. Protection Guardian. Christy heard an owl in your yard yesterday evening. Hoot hoot. Drop your shields, guys. That's the message. Drop your shields. Drop any shields of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or the gifts you have. You were born to shine. The Protection Guardian is a feminine version of Archangel Michael. I have a story. She is a fierce, protective, yet loving warrior angel who carries an indestructible shield of power and protection and will come to all who call on her. She will help you drop your fear-based shields and move into a loving, protective force field that will keep you safe, but will allow your gifts to shine out. Although she is here to guard you from lower energies, she is completely relaxed, serene, and confident because she trusts that love will always prevail. You may have encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, but that is not your present. Angels are drawing close at this time to help you move beyond any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that are making you feel unsafe. Know that angelic protection is swirling around you at this moment and will help you move forward in a more fearless way. Call on your guides for help in changing your frequency so you can feel safe and protected at this time. You are stronger than you think, and your angels and ancestor guides are here to help you realize this now. How to best utilize Pluto's depth in Capricorn? It's going to be a lot of trust. Call in protection, right? However that feels to you right now, whatever that feels like, it's an energetic protection. It's an energetic protection. This is a way to help you trust. You got to call it in, you got to envision it, and then you got to take the step in the direction that you don't want to go. And once you take that step, that's the only way to build trust. I was going down this hole with a client the other day, like, how do you face your fears? You need trust. How do you develop trust? You face your fears. There's no other way. Like, you have to do it. You have to go. You are protected. We've got this message twice today, right? Go. Here's protection piston wolf dog trying to help you out there. He's not a wolf dog. He just looks like one. Wowza. Yeah. What more protection can you ask for? And we do have time to pull a second card because I feel like there's more. Carrie, rambling woman Jacqui. Is that a dig? I know it's not. I feel like I ramble here sometimes. It's 9/9/11. September 9th. 1/1. I like that. Anyway, I feel like I ramble here. But I think that's good. You guys come back to listen to me, right? I could ramble forever. Yeah, I got a lot to say. Christy, wow. Carrie, drop the shields. Lisa, yes. Carrie, Archangel Michael. I'm going to tell you a story after I pull the second card about Michael. Aniku, this one is important one for me. Yes. Protection. Love will always prevail. 100%. Karma says she looks like the goddess Athena. And Athena also had an owl on her shoulder. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Alrighty. We're also going to pull a card from the Gateway of Light activation because why not? Hello, Cecilia. Because Pluto has more to say. How else to best utilize Pluto's depth in Capricorn? Ooh, Christine, what were you talking about that got removed? How to best utilize Pluto's depth in Capricorn. Feel free to send your energy into this deck, right? You guys feel Pluto from these cards? Oh, interesting, Christine. Talking about YouTube. Yeah, I feel Pluto when I feel these cards. I think this was more Capricorn, right? Earth. I used this deck for Earth energy, Pluto and Capricorn. Here's Pluto. So maybe it's Capricorn energy that's providing us with the protection. Wow. Okay. Yep. Because the protection, maybe these chains that we feel, these chains that we feel like we're being bound to, it's just protecting us. And if you're a rebel like Jacqui, I just want to figure it out myself. Stop chaining me. But that's actually your protection that you just got. Whatever. Anyway, so what else does what else does Gateway of Light have to say about Pluto in Capricorn? How can we utilize the depth of Pluto in Capricorn? Instant. Cool. Wow. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to read this and then I'm going to tell you guys everything about my life. This is so fun. This is so fun. How to best utilize Pluto's depth in Capricorn? The Sirius star blessings come to us. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. My brain is like spaghetti right now and I want to just tell all of you everything. But we're going to read this for all of us. How to best utilize Pluto's depth in Capricorn. Sirius is the brightest star in the sky and was one of the utmost importance to the ancient Egyptians. In fact, our current new year was celebrated as the coming of Sapdet, the goddess queen of Sirius. And during the last week of December, Sirius can be found high in the sky between midnight and dawn. The Sirius star system is the home of a race of humanoid beings who most likely live in a dimension higher than our own. It's believed that these beings can be contacted through spiritual practice. Tuning into them can enable us to receive high-frequency spiritual downloads. This card draws the bright light of Sirius and the support of Sirian star beings into our world. When it comes to us, it helps us find light in moments of darkness and uncertainty, and to continue on. If you feel strongly connected to Sirius and its star beings, it's likely that you are connected to them on a spiritual level. And if you take time to locate the star in the sky, you might even have a sense of coming home. This message comes with this gateway. The message that comes with this gateway is a giant yes. It brings the energy of wishing on a star and seeing that wish come true. This is a time for you to move forward with any projects or ideas that you have felt called to carry out. There is an energy of positivity, abundance, and excitement surrounding you at this time. Whatever dreams you've been revisiting lately aren't dreams, but premonitions. Know that whatever you're connecting with on the inside is soon to be something you'll be experiencing in the physical. So think about what you desire instead of what you fear. See yourself celebrating as if your wildest dreams have come true. As you do so, you'll be creating the perfect energy for them to manifest in your world. How to best utilize Pluto's depth in Capricorn. I feel like this is a dual message. You're being protected by the Sirius star beings. Your protection is from Sirius. Connect with Sirius. Actually, Mars is about to be conjunct Sirius end of the month. Okay. Is that enough for you guys? Because this is incredible. KJ, curious about your Michael story. It's coming. Carrie, serious? Seriously? I am serious. Christine does feel strongly connected to Sirius. Kim, me, the brightest star in our solar system. It is in Canis Major, the dog constellation. The dog constellation. The Sirius is at, I can't remember if it's 13 or 14 degrees of Cancer. I don't have it memorized, but my Mars is at one of the other, right? Like it's 1 degree away. My Mars is 1 degree away from Sirius. I have an astrologer friend, and the first time he looked at my chart, he was like, oh, interesting. Do you have a male dog? Yes. And then he was like, oh, is he white or black? He has a white dog. Okay, so Piston, dog star, Mars, dog star, Piston. He's one of my spirit guides, right? I've learned that years ago, and I love it. Then, randomly, if you guys follow me on that YouTube channel that I'm not allowed to talk about here, I've been posting videos. I recorded them last year. I'm reposting them this year. It's me reading from a book of Sirius messages, channeled messages from the Sirius star system, which that book is in one of my spiritual toolboxes. I am ready to part with it because I have them all recorded. So I'm in the process of posting all these videos because some lady, Paulette M. Raymond, channeled a bunch of messages from Sirius. So it could be tapping into those messages to act as your protection as you speak your truth in order to analyze your plans, in order to move forward with this dream, right? Does that make sense? All this stuff that's going on. There's more, and I don't feel called to share it right now. Truth, speaking truth. You want to know why sometimes I feel like talking more and sometimes I don't feel like talking more? I'm still playing with this give and take energy, right? Going to leave us hanging? Am I receiving anything right now? I hate saying that. I feel like I'm giving too much in my life, all over the place, right? I feel like I'm giving too much, so I'm playing with this energy of holding back. Because if I keep giving, I ain't receiving anything. So, but this Michael story, I will tell you this Michael story. At this spiritual festival that I went to, it's called Theoso Fest. It's the Theosophical Society in Illinois. It's a great place. I went there. I worked this festival last year. Worked it again this year, or tried to. Great energy there. I wasn't feeling it. Like I wasn't, I got there. I had no computer to work. I worked through my feelings of like shifting mindset. I came to work. Okay, I'm not working. I got to put myself in a different headspace to be here. So I was like working through that. I didn't want to talk to people. My friend is an artist and like she wants to talk about her art and talk about her jewelry and share all these things. Like I didn't make that. I don't want to talk to people about it. But there came a time that she wanted to go walk around and right, like that's part of why I'm here, to support her so she can also whatever. So she walked away and I was like, man, I would love to just get into one really good conversation. And then this man walked in front of the booth 2 seconds later, literally 2 seconds later, like an older, maybe in his early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, very just kind spirit. And I gave a little, hey there, hey. Don't know how we got on the topic, but he started telling me about how he and his wife are snowbirds that go to Sedona for 6 months. This was just after I had talked to another vendor who I found out was from Arizona, right? So that's why that Arizona thing earlier today was real hot. So then this man, we're just talking about all this stuff. Yeah, we're snowbirds to Sedona and blah, 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 blah. RV girl, I was like, so do you guys fly or do you drive there? And he was like, well, you know, a little bit of both. And further down the conversation, then I mentioned, I'm thinking about getting into van life. And he was like, oh, cool. We have a motorhome. Oh, cool. Maybe let's learn about this. And he was just extremely supportive with my ideas. The other two men that I talked to that day were more, are you sure you want a motorhome? Are you sure you want that Class A? Don't you want to consider a travel trailer? Wouldn't you think about doing it this way? This guy was more, yeah, I have a Class A and I tow my F-150. Oh, Jackie, you have an F-150? Yeah, I do that too. And he was just, it felt good. Throughout the conversation, I said, what's your name? Mike. So here's Michael, right? That's why this came up with the Michael story. And then he also randomly said, right, like we were in the conversation, I got pulled away by a customer, and he was like, so how often do you meditate? It just came out of nowhere. And then we went on this really long discussion of his style of meditation that I can't remember what it's called. I have some business cards about it. He was all about it. He started meditating when he was 18 in 1973, so there's math if you want to know how old this guy is. And he was very into the sound vibration. You look for the sound vibration, you follow the sound vibration, you go to source, and then you pull it back in. I really want to look in. I don't remember the name. It's a weird name. It's written down somewhere else. So then we're about to end our conversation, and he's like, hey, do you mind if we take a selfie so I can show my wife this cool person I got into a conversation with? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So he asked me to hold up the business cards, so I did. And then he turned his phone as like selfie mode and just took a picture of me, which I was like, okay, are you just being an old man or whatever? And then we hugged goodbye, and he made it very known that he wanted me to hear, it was good to see you, daughter. Earlier that morning, I was in the car with Matt, and we saw 222 on a license plate. And I had the memory for the first time, right? 222 is Aunt Jeannie. Aunt Jeannie. Aunt Jeannie, Aunt Jeannie, Aunt Jeannie, Aunt Jeannie. Long story short, she is 222. What I have forgotten over all these years is that since I don't know, my dad is also 222. So dad, dates of his death, dates because he died and then we found him. Dates of his death both add up to twos, and so 222 was my dad's number. Then Aunt Jeannie died last year. Her date was a 2, so 222 has become both of them together. And that morning, I saw the 222 and I was like, wow, I've been associating this with Aunt Jeannie for a long time. I feel like my dad's trying to talk to me. I feel like it's time to talk to Dad. I feel like I got to talk to Dad. And I haven't had that thought in a long time. And then this Michael man who is supportive of my journey, who wants to help me the way that I want to do it. Oh my gosh, when he said it, it was instant. I just started crying, right? He walked away. I started crying. I was like, that was my dad. Wow. Of course he wanted to take a picture of me. Of course he wanted to see how good I look after all this time, you know? So that's my Archangel Michael story. And that kind of feels good with all these protection cards that are coming up. The Sirius beings, I told you guys about some medicine that I took last weekend. We went to a blue place. We went to Sirius. Sirius is very strong right now. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Tam, amazing. Thank you for sharing. Jackie says, beautiful connection. I guess I share these things to see how you can experience these things as well. Right? I could have been like, oh, weird, that guy called me his daughter. Ugh, who do you think you are? You know? It's opening your mind to magic. What if? What if all of this actually means something, you know? Melinda, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate the energy exchange. For anyone who does send any sort of donation here. The RV Dream, PayPal, Venmo, whatever. I always do a book dive for you guys, so I'll dive into one of the books that we used today to give you a little message to support you on your journey. 100% Carrie, that was my dad. I knew it instantly. I had to walk away and I like bawled for some time. It was great. It was so many. There's so much more that I could sit here and talk to you guys about for a long time. We'll see. Lisa says, wow. Anique, beautiful. Christine, interesting. Carrie, awesome. Deanne, beautiful. Nancy, synchronicities. Chantel, well, beautiful. It's fun. And it's, when you ask, that was another, it was really cool because I asked. I would love to get into a really good conversation with someone. He was right there. He showed up instantly. It was really, really cool. And also, like, I didn't see him the rest of the day. This was pretty early on in the day, and like, he was here, he shared his message, and then he was gone. So, I'll be here on Wednesday. I'll be back on Wednesday to talk about the sun squaring Jupiter. So we'll talk about that on Wednesday. Thank you for dropping your shield and sharing that with us. Maybe I should do a Q&A session. So I do have an upcoming cord cutting session. We're going to do a cord cutting on Wednesday, October 2nd, because there was like a break in the astrology. So maybe I could do I'll do that cord cutting session. Would you guys like a Q&A? I'm feeling, I don't know, there's like more stuff that I want to talk about, but I feel like this isn't the right place. I don't know. I'm in a flux place. What was the topic today? I'll be sure to watch the replay. Maisha, we talked about Mercury re-entering Virgo, helping us analyze, reassess some plans that our heart has been drawn to for some time. Becca says yes, Q&A. We'll see. All right, guys, thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Sending love to all. Namaste.